I am a big fan of the Borderlands series. You can loot and you can shoot, but my favorite part is opening the menu and seeing this. Skill trees. Diablo, Kingdom Rush, Fallout, and so many more games find a way to incorporate these sweet little time sinkers. A promise of strength, synergies, and overpowered combos. Join me as I break apart a skill tree system. Luckily for me, years of computer science has taught me about abstract data structures. Luckily for you, I'll only be rambling about one part of it. Nodes. It took me a while to understand this myself, but all you need to know is that a node is made up of two things: data that we store inside it, and links that refer to other nodes. Data is the information that we want to store. For example, this skill allows my character to deal more damage and increase my reload speed. Getting more into detail, this node also contains an icon, some flavor text, its title, and different levels of power. But even more important is that we're able to store the conditions to acquire this node, which I will talk about more in a little bit. Imagine beating up every monster in your path and finally getting the next level to buy a new skill. You click buy, the skill glows, and from it two skills pop out for you to get. But before we get stuck admiring our new options, let's appreciate how each of these skills properly link to its bigger brothers. Links allow our nodes to easily figure out where it will go to next. Just like data, we can store these links as references to other nodes within the nodes. After buying our first skill, the following skills wake up. We can say that buying a skill signals the next one. We see this kind of pattern in different games too. This is a very straightforward example of a condition, but don't worry, we can add a bit more excitement by changing the formula here. Common examples of this are skills that need different skills in order to unlock. Some might even need a sacrifice before you can get to them, or you can take it down a notch with just simple level or skill requirements. We can simplify everything that we need in a node. We start with whether or not the skill is available, and likewise if the skill has been bought. Next, we want to store the links to what future nodes this can lead up to. If we want to get a bit fancy, we can store these links in an easy-to-access list. Some skills won't be available right from the start, so we create conditions that we want to check inside the node, and a function for checking these nodes. When all of these conditions are met, we can set the skill to available. Last but not least, literally everything else. We can store the names, the buffs, the debuffs, the skills, the flavor text, and so on. What you include will be up to you. So to recap, Number 1, we use our nodes to represent each step in our skill tree. Number 2, our nodes can store data and we create links to other nodes. Number 3, our nodes send signals to update the next nodes in the list. And number 4, the data includes conditions and a function to check those conditions. The Borderlands skill system is actually very simple. They really take advantage of containers instead of complex conditions. In order to unlock the next level of skills, we just need to sink in 5 skill points within a certain path. Thus, the skills we see are actually very disconnected with each other. Their synergies will come together in the gameplay itself. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you learned a lot today, and remember, you should always follow your dreams.